down the line from Titmup Sheds, with the morning whip still high. Edward Killoy pulled with a twinkle in his eye. His bright blue ping a steady sight. They get us the changing sky. He's got a job, he knows it well, and he'll do it till he die.
Little engines rush and race, the great ones boast and boom.
But Edward just sets his pace, escaping any gloom. Chug-a-chugging back and forth, he rolls along the track, connecting freight cars, heavy loads, there's no driving right. A gentle shunt, clever push, into the proper siding, then off he goes to pull the coaches, the passengers confiding. Day and night, he keeps the time, beneath the sun and moon. A tireless trot, a steady rhythm, always arriving soon. Kublings clang, the buffers meet. The heavy trucks are coupled. He pulls the train across the moors, where the ground is often troubled. He pushes them up Gordon's Hill, then down the steep incline, making sure each heavy load is safely kept in line.
He shunts the coal, he moves the milk, he organized the yard. It takes a steady hand and heart,
and Edward works so hard. Chug-a-chugging back and forth, he rolls along the track, connecting freight cars, heavy loads, there's no turning back. A gentle clever push, into the proper side, and then off he goes to pull the coaches, the passengers confiding. Day and night, he keeps the time, beneath the sun and moon. A tireless trot, a steady rhythm, always arriving soon. Comes down, a proper splash. The water whips the rail. But Edward steams right through the storm. His spirit will not fail.
no mighty puff, no forceful drive, no pistons pushing hard. Just his own brave, gentle will, a faithful working God.
He knows the railway counts on him to keep the schedule true. So through the wind and through the wet, the blue engine rolls through. Chug-a-chugging back and forth, he rolls along the track, connecting freight cars, heavy loads, there's no turning back. A Gadwood said, ever push into the proper side, then off he goes to pull the coaches, the passengers confiding. Day and night, he keeps the time, beneath the sun and moon. A tireless trot, a steady rhythm, always arriving soon. Yes, Edward, he's the one, the quiet, faithful friend, working hard and rolling on right until the very end. Peep, 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 go, Edward, go!
In the railway yard, so grand and wide, lived an engine, Henry by his side. He was green and strong, a magnificent sight, but held a secret fear with all his might. He was coupled up, the whistle blew, a long line of coaches, bright and new. Oh, Henry the engine attached to the train, feared the touch of a few drops of rain. He chuffed and he puffed, a most sorrowful sound, afraid the paint would wash off, falling to the ground. As they rolled down the line, the skies turned to gray. A tiny sprinkle started on their way. Just a drop, then two on his boiler so warm. But Henry saw it coming, a terrible storm. He spotted a tunnel, dark and deep, where secrets and engines safely could sleep. Oh, Henry, the engine attached to the train, feared the touch of a few drops of rain. He chuffed and he puffed, a most sorrowful sound, afraid the paint would wash off, falling to the ground. Into the darkness he rushed with a squeal, a fright in his funnel, how very real. He stopped right in the middle, and there he would stay, hoping the downpour would soon go away. The guard begged and shouted, the passengers groaned, but Henry was stubborn, his position was owned. Came Sir Topham Hatt with his serious frown. Come out, Henry, you're letting the railway down. He tugged and he pushed, tried all of his strength, but Henry refused to move one engine's length. The rain stopped falling, the sun shone so bright, still Henry stayed hidden out of sight. Sir Topham Hatt sighed with a heavy, sad heart. If you won't do your duty, then you'll play no part. He called for the workmen with bricks and with lime to seal up the tunnel and serve out the time. They built up a wall, tall, solid, and vast, and Henry was trapped, his engine days past. Oh, Henry, the engine attached to the train, feared the touch of a few drops of rain. He chuffed and he puffed, a most sorrowful sound, and couldn't come out again. And there sits poor Henry behind the stone wall, missing the freedom of answering the call. A lesson for engines both little and great. Don't let a small fear decide your dark fate. Gordon was speeding the express on his track, determined to show there was no turning back. Whoop, whoop, he cried, just watch how I fly. The rails sang beneath him as the landscapes rushed by. He scorned the small engines, he hated to wait, and pushed his big boiler right up to its peak. And a bang and a roar, his safety valve burst, spilling steam on the floor. He sputtered and choked, losing power and pace, and ground to a halt in a most dreadful place. Right by the tunnel where Henry still stood, Gordon was broken, for bad he was good. Had arrived, looking cross and dismayed, seeing Gordon's big failure, the mess that he'd made. I never much liked these big engines, he sighed. Send for another, let someone else ride. They sent for Edward, the kindly old friend, to push the huge express right up to the end. Tried hard with a puff and a strain. He puffed his best effort, but all was in vain. The train was too heavy, the gradient too steep. Poor Edward just groaned like a giant asleep. I told you so, Gordon rudely did call, then looked at the tunnel and gave up on all. Thought struck him, a whisper so low. Sir, why don't you let Henry try now to go? Sir Topham Hatt paused, looking deep at the wall. He's been locked up for ages, I doubt he'd pull all. Then he nodded his head with a flash in his eye. Yes, I will, Henry, can you give it a try? From deep in the darkness, a voice cheered with glee. Oh yes, I can do it, just set me free. The workmen pulled down the bricks from the wall, and out rolled poor Henry, covered and all. In cobwebs and dirt, and green with the grime, he waited inside for a terrible time. Sir Topham Hatt ordered, go find a turntable. You need to loosen your joints if you are able. Then wash off the filth and make yourself smart. And come back and show them you have a strong heart. Henry chuffed off, his chance now had come to prove to the railway he was truly awesome. Back bright and coupled up tight to the long heavy coaches with all of his might. He gave a big whistle and steadily pulled past Gordon the Grump, whose steam now was cool. Edward and Sir Topham Hatt cheered him along as Henry the hero completed the task. Now the three engines, oh now the lay friends, and Henry doesn't mind the rain. The best to do is have his driver rub him down when the day's work is over.
a sight to behold. He whistled so loudly, he strutted his stuff, thinking his paintwork was quite enough. The fat controller stood looking smart and grand, with a brand new top hat right there in his hand. Pop, pop, pow! James puffed with a show in a stain, a cloud of hot ash and a sudden downpour of rain. Right on that top hat, so new and so neat. Oh, James was a rogue, a flash on the street. Good heavens, cried the man with a spluttering glare. But James and his friend Edward were gone on the air. Edward and James sped along with the train, pulling the coaches through sunshine and rain. James felt a worry, a little bad dread. Did the fat controller forget? He thought in his head. Oh, he'll remember, dear Edward replied with a sigh. And when you get back, there'll be fire in his eyes.
A little later,
the fat controller stood, his face turning red. James, you are naughty, was all that he said. Pop, pop, pop! James puffed with a showy disdain, a cloud of hot ash and a sudden downpour of rain. Right on that top hat, so new and so neat. Oh, James was a rogue, a flash on the street. Edward just chuckled, but James felt the sting. He knew he'd been naughty, that terrible thing. A different day dawned, James was pulling alone. I'm fast and I'm mighty, the best ever known. He went far too fast, speeding down the main line, ignoring the whistles and all of the signs. We're going to stop, cried the coaches with fear. We're going to stop, oh dear, oh dear. And with a loud screech, they slid to a halt. A broken brake pipe, that wasn't his fault.
well, maybe a little.
It needed a fix, a repair that was quick. They saw a kind gentleman carrying a stick. Sir, could you spare a bootlace, please? But the man shook his head, looking quite at his ease. The passengers shouted, what a bad railway this is. And then they turned around, giving the man angry hisses. You are a bad man, they all started to say. The man quickly nodded the bootlace away. Pop, pop, pop! James puffed with a showy disdain. He fixed up the leak and got moving again. With a bootlace for courage and the coaches all safe, they arrived at the station, avoiding the stray. That day was a lesson learned the hard way for sure. James was much wiser and haughty no more.
The winter wind was sharp and keen, a blanket white was on the sea. wasn't afraid. For journeys and work he was carefully made. But the tunnel's far end, oh what a sight! A huge snowdrift pile tall and bright. Thomas saw it coming, gave a loud hoot, and charged right in with a valiant pursuit. Whoo! Went the sound, a muffled white spray. Thomas stopped instantly, right in the way. He was buried in snow, up past his smoke box, as stuck as a train that's locked with locks. He tried to back up, he tried hard to go, but more of the drift began to flow. Wiggle and shove with a groan and a strain. More fluffy white powder came down like cold rain. He felt the snow piling, cold on his wheels. Oh dear, Thomas miserably squeals. Then came a rumbling, a steady low sound. A big orange tractor was driving around. It was Terrence the tractor with his white useful treads. He saw the poor engine right up to his head. Hello, Thomas, Terrence cheerfully called. Looks like the snow has got you enthralled. Terrence hooked on the rope, sturdy and fast, and pulled Thomas out of the drift at the last. Chuff, 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 out of the drift so deep. Terrence's strong treads kept a promise to keep. Whistle, toot, 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 hear the grateful sound. Thomas was safe and sound on the ground. The snow can be tricky, the snow can be sly, but good friends are ready to help you nearby. Terrence brushed off the snow from Thomas's face. Be careful now, engine, in this icy place. Thomas puffed thanks and turned on the track, all clean and ready for the long journey back. Puffing home slowly, wiser and warm, safe in his shed. Away from the
Thomas puffed and groaned with a sigh. All these freight cars make me want to cry. They rattle and bang, they pull and they shove. I wish I could haul the coaches I love. Edward heard him, a gentle old soul. Don't worry, little Thomas, let me take control. You can take my freight cars for the day. I'll push the empty coaches in the yard while you play. The next bright morning, Thomas was keen. He lined up the trucks, a wonderful scene. He coupled up quickly, then gave a big grin. Off we go, let the journey begin. Up Corbin's Hill they started to climb, but the troublesome trucks lost all sense of time. They rattled and pushed faster and faster, making Thomas feel like a true mini-master. Thomas hissed low. The cars took no notice, saying, "Go on, go on, go." They giggled and rocked in their silly, rude way, pushing poor Thomas on his downhill way. What should I do? The buffers are near. He squeezed his eyes shut, wishing he'd stop. Then slowly he opened them, right in front of the drop. was standing quite near. "Why did you come so fast, Thomas, my dear?" "I didn't mean to, Sir Thomas said with a frown. "I was pushed by the trucks as we tumbled on down." The fat controller nodded with a knowing old look. "You've got to learn more about the freight cars you took. After pushing them here for a few weeks, you'll see you'll know more than Edward, and really useful you'll be."
The morning sun was shining bright upon the main line track. But inside Gordon's mighty smoke box, a tempest started back. The fat controller came along with a very simple plea. "Gordon, dear boy, the goods must move, a small run for you see." The big blue engine stared in shock, his boiler felt quite hot at the sight of dirty, ugly things pulled up beside his spot. "Me, pull trucks? I say not! This is a terrible crime! I am the finest engine here, the master of the time! I thunder down the mainline track with coaches light and grand. To shunt and pull these smelly boxes I simply cannot stand. I won't go! No, 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 no! He cried with all his might. The very notion of it all, it gives me such a fright. He looked upon the troublesome things all rattling and old, with canvas ripped and wheels that squeaked, a sight not fit to behold. These common things belong to James or Edward, small and slow. The express engine cannot stoop, it simply can't be so. He tried to hiss and puff some steam to shake the very ground, but still the grimy loaded trucks were parked without a sound. "Me, pull trucks? I say not! This is a terrible crime! I am the finest engine here, the master of the time! I thunder down the mainline track with coaches light and grand. To shunt and pull these smelly boxes I simply cannot stand. I won't go! No, 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 no! He cried with all his might. The very notion of it! Oh, it's Gordon the express engine rolling down the line. His bright blue paint is gleaming, he thinks he looks divine. He puffed right up to the turntable with a look of pure disdain at a train of grubby hopper trucks standing in the rain. Gordon. In a deep, proud voice. "No, I won't shunt those dirty things. I'm built for speed and grace. I'll turn around and wait right here for a train of higher class." He steamed upon the turning steel, the turntable wheel began. But he puffed too far and stopped too short, a flawed and hasty plan. The Gort machine went wobbo. The operator cried, "You're too heavy, Mr. Gordon. Your tender is too wide." Gordon's driver gave a sigh, "Back up, you silly dear. You need to split the weight, or we'll be rock right here. But Gordon saw his perfect chance, a gap where he could go. Away from shunting, away from work, putting on a show. He gave a great and sudden jerk, ignoring all the sound. He shot right off the turntable, not onto solid ground. With a mighty crash and a tremendous splash, he landed with a thump right into the muddy, reedy, wet and gooey stump. The driver shook his weary head, looking down in shame. Oh, you silly engine Gordon, you have no one else to blame. Look what you have done, sir. Now we'll have to wait till the breakdown crew can pull you out and seal your awful fate. Then children from a passing bus came running to the ditch. They pointed rhyme, they giggled hard and started into pitch. A truly embarrassing, catchy rhyme about the engine blue, while poor old Gordon sat in mud, feeling utterly askew. Smelly old Gordon fell in a ditch on a Monday morning. Smelly old Gordon fell in a ditch. What a bad and wretched morning. Smelly old Gordon fell in a ditch on a Monday morning. Smelly old Gordon fell in a ditch. What a bad and wretched morning. Gordon sat in deep disgrace until the sun grew dim. His paint was caked with pond mud right up to the rim. Then he heard a whistle coming, a cheerful, helpful sound. It was Thomas and Henry, the finest friends around. They coupled up their pulling chains, they gave a steady haul. They pulled the muddy grumpy Gordon out above the wall. And as they pushed him home so slow back to the shed for rest, Gordon vowed to keep his nose clean and always do his best. Smelly old Gordon fell in a ditch on a Monday morning. Smelly old Gordon fell in a ditch. What a bad and wretched morning. Smelly old Gordon fell in a ditch on a Monday morning. Smelly old Gordon fell in a ditch. What a bad and wretched morning.
They call him James, big engine, beautiful and red. Thinks he's the finest engine that the good old Soder bred. He was flying on the main line just to showing off his speed. Never thought about the cargo, all the worry and the need. Yeah, those trucks he had behind him, well, they weren't the faithful kind. They were rambling and they were rowdy and they had one thing on their mind. The bass hits a sharp low note.
The trouble starts.
He gave a pull, he gave a shunt, he tried to slow his pace, tried to put the mighty brakes on right there in that dusty place. But the friction got to cooking, started smoking up a storm, and the wheels turned bright as rubies, keeping poor old James warm. He was screaming about the danger, he was whistling his despair, 'cause the line had taken over and the load just didn't care. You could hear him down the valley through the thick and heavy air. They're pushing me, they're pushing me, oh the misery. He was gone, red flash and smoke, out of sight, wild and free. Now little Thomas, number one, he was shunting near the yard, saw the blaze and heard the shriek and knew the life on Soder was hard. He watched the red blur vanish, heard the terror in the call, and he knew a bigger engine, when they panicked they could fall. Thomas didn't hesitate, he didn't stop to think or stew. He backed right up to the shed where the rescue rig was new. He yelled, "Give me that breakdown train and hook it up right now." The little blue engine knew exactly what to do and how. He followed all the way past the points and down the slope, holding on to that last thread of locomotive hope. And he found poor James, the engine tilted sideways in the green, derailed right in a field of saddest sight you ever seen. But the trucks, they were still chuckling, still rattling and still loud. James was hurt and Thomas saw it, stood out from the crowd. That little engine got mad, yeah, that small blue machine. He taught those rail cars manners, the roughest shunting scene. They set poor James upon the rails, they got him home at last. His blazing brakes were history, the danger had been past. They stood together, blue and red, both puffing soft and low, when Sir Topham Hatt came strolling, put on quite a show. He said, "James, you need some oil and you've been rattled and abused. New brakes, a perfect paint job, your dignity reinfused." Then he turned to Thomas, gave a gentle knowing nod. You saved the day for your quick wit and bravery, for keeping your own pace. A branch line, Thomas, all your own, your very special place. Hear ye, sound the whistle clear. I'm Sir Topham Hatt, I command all right here. From Tidmouth sheds to Vickerstown's call, I am the fat controller, I oversee all. This railway's my kingdom, my pride and my glory. The engines of Soder all tell my life story. I wear the top hat and the formal grey suit. I keep all the timetables down to the minute. Oh, the rails are my burden, the engine's my flock. I watch them deliver, tick-tock, tick-tock. I love the smooth running, the passengers cheered. But sometimes I'm weary, the truth must be feared. It's the crashes and bashes, the toots and the yells, the broken down buffers, the fails and the derails. Oh, the troublesome trucks, they give me the blues. When will I ever get a moment to snooze? There's Thomas, he's cheeky, he's always on time, except when he tries something completely sublime. There's Gordon, he's grand, but he scoffs and he sneers, says Express is the best and brings me to tears. And Percy, that youngster, he's green and he's bright, but often gets covered in muck and in fright. I tell them, be careful, be useful, be smart, and they nod and they promise right deep in their heart.
the rails are my burden, the engine's my flock. I watch them deliver, tick-tock, tick-tock. I love the smooth running, the passengers cheered. But sometimes I'm weary, the truth must be feared. It's the crashes and bashes, the toots and the yells, the broken down buffers, the fails and the derails. Oh, the troublesome trucks, they give me the blues. When will I ever get a moment to snooze? I pay for the paint jobs, the couplings they snap, the signals they fail, and the stones on the track. I write up the reports, I call for the crane, then I must sternly lecture them again and again. You are a very naughty engine, I have to declare, while secretly hoping my heart can repair. Oh, the rails are my burden, the engine's my flock. I watch them deliver, tick-tock, tick-tock. I love the smooth running, the passengers cheered. But sometimes I'm weary, the truth must be feared. It's the crashes and bashes, the toots and the yells, the broken down buffers, the fails and the derails. Oh, the troublesome trucks, they give me the blues. When will I ever get a moment to snooze? Still the island of Sodor, it runs thanks to me. I'm the one in charge. Now where did I put my tea? Good day to you all. Full steam ahead.